These are the 10 body language tips and tricks to identify a psychopath. That's next. And we're back, Shakers! So these are 10 tips and tricks to identify a psychopath. This is a video that I promised on my main channel that I would do if my main channel video got over 10,000 likes. We're definitely on the way to 10,000 likes, so here it is. The first body language tip and trick is using I and me pronouns and not you or us. So basically the whole theory here is that psychopaths are very me-focused and just are more concerned about what they want and what they want to do and don't really care about you. So they're not going to be really talking about you or saying you pronouns or us or what do you think we should do or anything like that. Obviously, we all use I and me pronouns, so that does not make anyone who says I and me pronouns a psychopath. We're talking about someone who uses them a lot. And also keep in mind, too, it's not like a psychopath would never use you and us pronouns at all. That's not how it works either. And they may use those pronouns. Why? Why do you think they will use those pronouns? Right. It's to get other people to believe that, one, they're not a psychopath, and also to get other people on their side, making them feel that, well, the psychopath cares about them. If someone does one of these or two of these or whatever number of these, it doesn't make them a psychopath. But if you're doing everything a psychopath does, yes, you become the definition of a psychopath. Number 2, the person does not look into your eyes when they talk to you, but instead mostly just looks into your mouth. The whole idea is that when you look into someone's eyes, you're able to really feel their emotion. But psychopaths aren't able to empathize and feel that emotion of other people. So what they end up doing is not looking into your eyes, but more into your mouth. You can pretty much gain the same amount of information as you can looking into someone's eyes, into someone's mouth, but you just don't feel the same emotion as if you were to look into someone's eyes instead. So the next one, mass generalities of why the world is full of very evil people. This is not just someone having a bad day and being like, yo, the world sucks. It's not like that with a psychopath. Can you guess why that's very typical of a psychopath? Right. It's because they're constantly doing evil, bad things to other people. That's their worldview, that the world is full of evil people because they themselves are evil and doing bad things to people. Anyone who may do something nice to them, they're just thinking, oh, well, you're trying to get something from me like I'm trying to get something from you, right? They just feel like, hey, what did I get out of this? When the psychopath doesn't get, a tip for helping someone carry a package into their house or anything like that, what do you think the psychopath's going to feel like, right? It's like, oh, I got screwed again. The world's full of evil people. Oh, my gosh. They're always trying to take advantage of me. Number 4, instead of using typical crutch words like or stuttering or anything like that, they may use words like right, or to be honest. The reason why is that it's constantly on their mind to manipulate you and convince you of something. Number 5, inappropriate emotions. When it doesn't make sense for them to be laughing or smiling, yeah, you catch them laughing or smiling. It's almost like they don't know how to act in social situations, especially when the situation becomes more emotional and, they just don't really feel that emotion. Number 6, they refrain from expressing their emotions because they feel that expressing emotions make them feel weak. For a psychopath, every interaction and every social interaction is a battle. Number 7, they'll intentionally leave out parts of their story to string you along to maintain power, control, and social dominance. That's one of the worst things you could possibly do. Is to be like, oh, I really need this from you. Because they'll just string you along and keep that hook tied to you. Because they know that they have power over you. So they're not going to give up that control very easily. Number 8, self-contradictions, because they don't have a strong set of morals, values, and beliefs. So they're just going to say whatever is going to fit the moment to get whatever they want at the moment. So they're constantly going to be contradicting themselves. Number 9, emotional explosions. So basically, as we said, psychopaths hold down their emotions and they don't believe in really showing emotions very often. So therefore, when they do finally explode because they stuff their emotions down so far, so deep, that they'll have a little bit of an emotional landslide where you may notice that they don't show a lot of emotion in their life, but then all of a sudden when they do show a lot of emotion, they just totally... Number 10, they will do anything to get what they want and constantly deceiving others to get what they want. Because, again, they don't have remorse. They don't have empathy. So they don't care if they're deceiving somebody. They don't care if they're lying to somebody or backstabbing somebody. It just doesn't really matter other than the fact that it may prevent them from getting what they want in the future. So they may just be reluctant to admit that they are doing that, but it's only because they feel like they don't want to let the cat out of the bag, that they are that type of backstabbing person. And for a psychopath, really the only thing that's holding them back is the laws and what is legal and not legal to do, and then weighing the risk of getting caught with the consequences of getting caught, and then deciding on what they should be doing. Now let's read your comments. Trenton Dyer writes, Jeffrey Dahmer. You're all pissed off that I said his name wrong. Christy S. writes, Bundy says, I don't want to die. I'm sure everyone he killed didn't want to die either. Yeah.
I don't want to die. I'm not going to kid you. I'll kid you not.
You think about all the terrible things that Ted Bundy did, and now he has the audacity to say, well, I don't want to die. Yeah, I'm sure those women who were a lot younger than Ted Bundy, yeah, as Christy said, they didn't want to die either. Arma_SJ writes, Bundy has a smirk that he can't hide no matter how much he tries. Yeah, I think it's just so much duping delight. It's just astronomical because I think he is just so egotistical. He is just out of this world egotistical, where any little bit of duping just shows on his face as duping delight.
You are innocent. Do you still feel that?
Yeah, more than ever. I showed no emotion. I felt emotion, believe me. Now,
you don't change. You stay Ted Bundy 24 hours a day.
well, I'm not guilty.
Where he really felt that he was fooling everybody with his charm. You know, that no one's going to really think that I did any of this because I'm just so charming. Haha.
Nope.
Wrestling historian writes, the only way we can protect the world from another Ted Bundy is the secret knowledge held only by Ted Bundy. Said Ted Bundy.
What's going through my mind right now is to use the minutes and hours that I have left as fruitfully as possible.
That was Ted Bundy's pitch, you know, and it didn't quite work out for him. You know what? This was the thing. It seemed to work, too, because there were some people that kind of believed it. There was that interviewer that actually said,
What motives could he have had?
I don't want to die.
It makes no sense at all.
really amazing. Even when people are told that someone is a psychopath, they're still buying whatever the psychopath says. It's like, you know their card. You know why they're doing it. Ted Bundy specifically even said why he's doing it. And this interviewer just wants to believe the good in Ted Bundy.
Are you thinking about all those victims out there and their families?
Absolutely.
Are you carrying that load, that weight? Is the remorse there?
Of course, not every person who is a psychopath is a serial killer. But people who are a psychopath are more likely to have the ability to become a serial killer. Those were the 10 body language tips and tricks to identify a psychopath. Again, if someone demonstrates one of these, it does not make them a psychopath. But if they demonstrate all 10, it's more likely that they are a psychopath. Now in the comments, what do you think is the biggest red flag of a psychopath? Put that in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more body language videos. See you at the top.